Yeah. I want to go. Yeah.
Chrisean Rock was literally crying live on camera, screaming in pain as a laser burned Blueface face completely off her skin. But while her heart was breaking in front of millions, Jaidyn Alexis was somewhere laughing hysterically. Jaidyn just dropped the most calculated, brutal disrespect we have ever seen, completely destroying Chrisean's emotional healing journey public circus. Internet reactions suggest the original baby mama wanted maximum blood this time, and the sheer timing of this public mockery is giving pure evil. According to public discussion, Chrisean went live on Father's Day with a stream titled Happy Father's Day Chat Lazor Tattoo. As the laser machine was clicking away, Chrisean completely broke down, sobbing that her heart was hurting because you never plan for the end. Supporters believe she was finally trying to wash her hands of a toxic cycle, but critics argue this entire dramatic countdown was a desperate, messy cry for attention aimed straight at a man who is currently locked up and can't even answer the phone. But behind the scenes, industry observers noticed something much darker happening. Jaidyn didn't just drop a casual, shady comment. She targeted the one insecure nerve Chrisean has left. This wasn't just a reaction. It was a coordinated psychological takedown. Supporters of Jaidyn are screaming that this is ultimate karma for Chrisean putting 7 tattoos of another woman's man on her body. But Chrisean's fan base is absolutely furious, calling Jaidyn an obsessed, bitter shadow. And if you think Jaidyn just posted a petty tweet and went about her day, you are completely wrong. There's a hidden reason why Jaidyn chose this exact moment to strike, and it connects back to a secret phone call that changed the entire dynamic of this jailhouse triangle. What did Jaidyn find out right before the lasers started zapping? Stay tuned, because this toxic warfare is about to get incredibly personal.
To heal properly and to move forward the right way. Personally, the remove didn't hurt. My heart was hurting the whole time.
Chrisean Rock really thought that packing up her entire life and moving her bags to Baltimore was going to be enough to finally buy her some peace. She looked dead into the camera during that agonizing stream and admitted she had to completely switch up her environment just to get her mind, body, and spirit right. For a second, the internet actually paused. Internet reactions suggest a sudden shift in public perception, with people wondering if the wild, unpredictable Chrisean we all watched crash out for years was actually growing up. She explicitly stated she's dedicating her life to boxing now, trying to find her true purpose after giving every single ounce of her energy to a man who ultimately left her stranded. But critics aren't buying the saintly transformation for 1 single second. The moment those tears started rolling down her face, the comment sections completely turned on her. Industry observers noticed a massive wave of skepticism flooding the live chat, with people pointing out that real healing doesn't require a live stream notification and an active donation link. The immediate consequence of her going live was a brutal reality check. Half the world thinks this entire Baltimore boxing era is just a shiny new aesthetic for social media. Critics argue that if she was truly trying to protect her peace and her young son, she wouldn't be turning a painful cosmetic procedure into a highly publicized, algorithmic pay-per-view event. Then came the first minor reveal that sent a shockwave through the T-channels. Right in the middle of the laser zapping her skin, Chrisean slipped up and dropped a massive truth bomb about her current relationship status with Blueface. She confessed that she tried her absolute best to be cordial, to be positive, and to keep some version of a family together. But she openly admitted it strictly doesn't work. She literally compared their energy to oil and water. That one admission completely blew up her entire fan base's narrative. For months, her supporters believed they were secretly locked in, writing letters back and forth, waiting for his release. Now, Chrisean herself is standing on the fact that the relationship is completely dead and toxic. The emotional fallout from that oil and water comment created an entirely new angle for the drama. Supporters believe Chrisean was showing immense courage by speaking her truth and admitting that giving her whole soul to that man was completely unhealthy. But the public backlash hit hard when viewers realized she was saying all of this while looking completely broken on a clinic table. The visual consequence of her crying while getting the tattoo, removed completely contradicted her words. She's screaming that she's done, but her eyes are telling the world she is still hopelessly bonded to the exact drama she claims she's running from. Because what Chrisean completely forgot is that in the world of celebrity gossip, one woman's therapeutic breakthrough is another woman's comedy special. Jaidyn wasn't about to let Chrisean control the narrative of the suffering, tragic heroine who finally saw the light. The massive fallout from this clash triggered an immediate reaction from the hip-hop community, with several prominent creators jumping online to pick a side. Fans began tracking the digital footprints of both accounts, noticing that the moment Jaidyn's name started trending alongside the tattoo stream, Chrisean's inner circle tried to salvage the situation by dropping old video clips of Blueface, promising Chrisean the world. The direct consequence of this move backfired horribly. Instead of making Chrisean look loved, it made her look like she was living in the past, while Blueface had clearly moved on to someone else. The narrative took an even heavier turn when local commentary channels started analyzing the physical scars left behind on Chrisean's skin. Industry observers noted that removing a multi-layered face tattoo takes months, meaning Chrisean will have to walk around with a faded, ghost-like image of Blueface on her cheek for a long time. The psychological consequence of this physical reality is brutal. Every time she looks in the mirror to focus on her boxing or her son, she will see the scarred remnants of the exact relationship that broke her spirit. As the evening went on, public interest shifted from sympathy to intense debate regarding the role of Blueface in this entire mess. Comment sections under the trending clips became a virtual war zone. A brand new angle emerged as viewers began questioning if Blueface was deliberately orchestrating this distress from behind closed doors, feeding information to Jaidyn to keep Chrisean off balance. The public consensus is completely split, but one consequence is undeniable. Chrisean wanted this stream to be the final chapter of her trauma, but Jaidyn and the internet turned it into the opening scene of a brand new war. Eagle-eyed fans noticed a brutal reality. While Chrisean was lying on that clinic bed, completely vulnerable, sobbing about the tragic end of an era, Jaidyn and Blueface were actively together, completely locked in, and watching the circus play out in real time. The immediate consequence of this timeline realization completely shattered any remaining public sympathy for Chrisean, turning her therapeutic breakthrough into a public humiliation. A brand new angle emerged as T-channels began dissecting the sheer pettiness of Jaidyn's immediate, aggressive response. Critics argue that Jaidyn deliberately weaponized Father's Day to drop devastating subliminals that completely invalidated Chrisean's oil and water relationship breakthrough. The public fallout was instant. Supporters of the couple pointed out that Blueface has completely solidified his life with Jaidyn, meaning Chrisean's public meltdown wasn't a sign of moving on. It was a desperate reaction of a victim who realized she had been completely replaced. The shift in public perception was brutal, with the comment sections transforming from a space of empathy into an absolute roast session targeting Chrisean's lingering obsession. The controversy deepened as industry observers highlighted the hidden psychological power dynamics at play. The direct consequence of Jaidyn's mockery was the total exposure of Chrisean's true motives. Viewers began pointing out that getting a tattoo removed on Father's Day, while the father is actively celebrating his life with the other woman, is proof that Blueface still completely dominates Chrisean's subconscious mind. Jaidyn's unbothered, dominant stance successfully flipped the narrative, making Chrisean look like a defeated, isolated outsider looking in on a happy home. Chrisean's fan base tried to strike back by calling Jaidyn heartless, but the counterattack completely failed as the internet universally agreed that Jaidyn held the ultimate winning hand, Blueface presence. But just when the internet thought the situation couldn't get worse, a new detail completely changed the narrative. According to public discussion, the real embarrassment started when Chrisean announced her immediate plans right after the session. She told the chat she was heading straight to Malibu to sit by the water, soak up the sun, and completely enjoy herself. But instead of looking like a triumphant woman celebrating her freedom, she looked like someone completely defeated by the internet's opinion. The instant consequence of her emotional overwhelm was her hitting the switch and turning off her live chat completely. She literally told the world she wanted to be with herself and couldn't handle the digital noise anymore. That exact moment of vulnerability is where public perception completely fractured. When a high-profile influencer turns off the chat, it's a universal sign of surrender. The internet immediately took that as a sign that the trolls had won. Supporters argue she was just setting healthy boundaries to protect her mental state on the drive to Malibu. But the dominant narrative circulating across Twitter is that Chrisean realized she couldn't control the room anymore. She wanted an audience to validate her pain, but instead, she got an army of skeptics calling out her patterns. The narrative completely fractured into absolute chaos as the public fallout from this digital ambush reached its absolute peak. The immediate consequence of Jaidyn, Alexis, and Blueface aligning to humiliate Chrisean Rock live on camera completely destabilized her entire fan base. For years, public perception painted Chrisean as a chaotic aggressor, but within minutes of this Father's Day stream ending, a massive shift occurred online. The internet started viewing her through a completely different lens. She was no longer just a reckless reality star throwing tantrums. She was framed as the ultimate emotional victim of a deeply calculated, toxic psychological game. However, the online speculation surrounding the aftermath is where the tension truly turns dangerous. Massive internet communities are currently fueling rumors that this entire Father's Day meltdown was an organic breaking point. Speculation suggests that Chrisean received a private notification right before going live, confirming that Blueface and Jaidyn had officially legally locked in their relationship milestones. Fans are actively debating whether Chrisean's sudden run to Malibu is a genuine mental health retreat, or a strategic move to film a highly lucrative reality TV comeback special documenting her life as an abandoned victim. Industry reactions have added fuel to an already blazing fire, completely changing the landscape of celebrity commentary. High-profile hip-hop blogs and T-channel creators are calling this the most toxic psychological warfare of 2026. Industry observers are pointing out that by mocking a woman who is publicly struggling to heal and focus on her boxing career, Jaidyn and Blueface might have finally crossed a line, turning public sympathy heavily back in Chrisean's favor. The ultimate consequence of this peak moment is a complete deadlock. Chrisean is scarred both physically and emotionally, while Jaidyn and Blueface stand victorious, but heavily criticized for their absolute lack of empathy. This toxic war is far from over, and the scars left behind from this Father's Day showdown are both physical and psychological. Chrisean Rock is currently hiding out in Malibu, trying to heal from a brutal laser session that left a faded, ghost-like image of her ex permanently marked on her skin. Meanwhile, Jaidyn, Alexis, and Blueface are standing completely united, flaunting their relationship and celebrating their victory in the court of public opinion. Chrisean wanted this stream to be the final chapter of her trauma, but her rivals just turned it into the opening scene of a brand new corporate-level media war. Now, the strongest unresolved question remains. When Blueface finally addresses this mess directly, will he reward Jaidyn for keeping the shade alive, or will he completely crash out when he realizes Chrisean has permanently erased his face from her skin? Let's talk in the comments. Is Jaidyn being completely heartless and obsessed for mocking a woman who is clearly trying to heal and raise her child? Or is Chrisean just getting the exact karma she deserved for playing with another woman's man? Drop your thoughts below because the comment section is about to explode. If you want to stay locked into every single update on this toxic triangle, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You do not want to miss what happens next, because rumors are already circulating that a leaked phone call from Malibu is about to drop, and it exposes exactly what Blueface said behind closed doors right before the laser started zapping. Stay tuned, because the story is about to get a whole lot darker.